quick shout out to executive producer Jesse for sponsoring this reaction. Be sure to check out his Instagram account at Perdo_Black and the YouTube channel provided in the video description below. Thank you again, Jesse, for sponsoring this reaction.
Welcome back to another EP sponsor reaction. This one is for Psych, Season 1, Episode number 2. Don't you forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell before I come over there, boy.
Alright, shout out to executive producer Jesse Lucas for sponsoring this reaction. Be sure to check out the links provided in the description below.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got a couple comments, quite a few actually from episode 1, so
Wow.
let's go ahead and feature those. Starting with Rob Flynn, who says, yes, one of my favorite shows. I have so many fond memories of watching this with my dad. Thanks, Jesse. Ted Callie says, ah, yes, excellent sponsor. Psych is still my favorite comfort food show, by which I mean I can just pop on pretty much any episode and it'll lift my spirits on a bad day or be good company if I'm doing a long cook or something.
Okay.
Which isn't to say that the show doesn't have outstanding episodes and moments. It's just always fun, even when it's serious.
Nice.
Tom Lester comes through to say, one of my favorite shows ever. I agree with Ted that this is comfort food. I play this show a lot when I'm eating lunch because it's always a good hour-long laugh, and I've seen every episode so many times I don't miss anything anymore.
Wow.
Sean and Gus's relationship might just be one of my favorite bromances of all time. The reason you were having a hard time finding the female detective is that she is only in the pilot. I actually never remember her name on rewatches and just call her Amber because my mind always goes to her role on House. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This episode has a lot of setup in it, and I'm glad that you got to watch the longer pilot. They made some really odd choices for cuts in the TV release. I hope you guys keep going with it. I think you'll end up really enjoying yourselves.
Okay.
All right. M10 the 10th says the best show the USA Network has produced. All right, we got, and he adds, or M10 also adds, the only thing I hate is that the pilot is literally the worst episode. The show is so much better, starting with episode 2.
Okay.
Executive producer Faye adds, agree, going to check out the pilot reaction soon, but my mom was a huge fan of Psych, so I got to see episodes when she was watching them. I thought it was funny and intriguing at the time. It was airing because my brother's name is Sean, and my mother would always tell me things that Psych Sean's did. A couple of times it got a little confusing. That's adorable. Croyville says, amazing show, one of the best. Trey Bolden comes through to say, so excited to rewatch this with you guys. This is probably #1 on my all-time TV show list.
Wow.
The characters are incredibly well written and portrayed. The chemistry among the actors is amazing, and it's definitely one of the things that makes the show so great. And watching Sean and Gus together will make you see just how much you love your best friend. At the end of the day, they're really just big-ass kids living out their childhood imaginations. It gets so much better from here.
Okay.
All right, and then EP Jesse comes in to say, I will keep sponsoring the show. I know it gets better as a show, plus the musical and 2 movies. A fun reaction, and I hope Real Talk Reactions will fall in love with the show with more views.
Okay.
Oh, we appreciate it,
musical
Jesse.
And a movie.
Amber Lynn comes through to say, one of my all-time favorite shows, and another one I watch at least once a year. Definitely not the strongest episode, but still a lot of fun, which continues to grow so beautifully. Fun fact, there's a pineapple in almost every episode. Wonder how many you'll be able to spot. Until next time, take care.
Okay, I wonder why there's a pineapple in every episode.
Appreciate that, executive producer Amber Lynn. All right, and then EP Faye comes through again to say, managed to finish watching this. I didn't see more than 50% of the show, but I did see a handful of episodes each season since my mom loved it. I always liked Gus most from what I saw, but my mom really liked Sean and his relationship with all the other characters. I like the comedy in the show through Sean's cockiness and attitude, but I had that gift. I might have been a bit more self-confidence too.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Feather coming through, it's been a while, says easily one of my favorite comedies of all times. The pilot episode and some of season 1 is a little rough, but once they get into their rhythm in the later episodes, they are gut busters. I hope to see more episodes, so I'll be sure to vote whenever it comes up in a poll.
Okay.
Alright, and last comments from Michael, who says, great show, in this for the long haul, you'll get addicted.
Okay.
Alright, well let's get into episode 2 right now.
Excuse me, you're Missy.
Am I?
Actually, yes, you are.
You're one of those weirdo compulsives who come to the same restaurants, sit in the same chair, and eat the same food every day.
No. I was sitting right there 3 minutes ago, and then I went outside to get myself paper. I ordered a juice, and look, I made a crawling snake with a straw wrapper. You can finish it if you think you're up to the job.
I'm sorry. You want me to move?
Not anymore. So what's up?
I don't have time to talk.
But you haven't heard what I'm going to say.
See, now we've already talked more than I wanted to.
Well, I didn't give you my seat, you know. I think that gets me one question.
Listen, diner guy. Sean, flattered me.
Sean.
Very often I am happy to meet new people, but today, right here, right now, I can't talk.
I understand. I do. What if I do the talking for both of us?
Have at it. Do you mind if I read the paper and stare aimlessly out the window while you two talk?
No. Can I get a name to work with?
Juliet.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Juliet.
It's nice to meet you too, Sean. And I'm sorry about your seat. So, lunch is on me. So what do you do for a living?
Do a little bit of everything.
Oh, that sounds interesting. And maybe a little bit dangerous. Oh, I like your jacket. I like it. I like
Okay,
it.
can I stop you there? First off, in your portrayal of me, I sound like I'm in the 8th grade.
Well, in my portrayal of you, you only have an 8th grade education.
Huh.
All right. Smarten you up. College? Yeah? Top your class, graduate early. Got it. I'm new to town and I don't know many people. But I do know my cats. 2 of them. The gray one is very affectionate. The white one makes me work much, much harder with the attention. And what about your family? My family's amazing. My parents have been together for, 30 years now?
Okay, do we know each other?
Yes. You were the girl who stole my seat.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you're a cop.
Not a cop.
The paper, the vantage point, the layout, of course. You got defensive and scary guy walked in. You're totally a cop.
Okay, Sean, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
Name it.
Duck.
She is a cop.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of anxious and nervous.
First time pulling your gun?
Maybe.
Okay, see her again?
Yes, sir.
Seconds, Mr. Guster.
Oh my god, is this Gus? This is Gus.
G. G. Let me start over.
And him, maybe we should get to work.
Try not to break
Clearly
anything.
around one word.
So this is what it looks like. What? The comfort room. This is where you go to deal with missing a word.
Oh yeah? Where do they take you to deal with missing your entire childhood?
Sean, this misplaced malevolence you have with the spelling bee is getting monotonous. Stop hating on the bee. I'm sorry, ma'am. I do apologize for his inappropriate virulence.
Why are
Oh my
you
god,
using all these big
I know,
ass
he's
words
using
on
all of his big words right now.
That's preposterous.
That's preposterous.
I was in the spelling bee myself. I almost won.
Dude, are you still on that?
Of course I'm still on it. I knew it wasn't O.
You may have 5 minutes with each contestant, no more. If the room is needed, you'll be asked to vacate. I'll begin with the eliminated contestants.
Actually, we'd only like to speak with the ones that were still in the competition when the accident occurred. Ms. Foot. And, let's start with the shifty-eyed ones, shall we?
Shifty owls.
And you were there the whole time.
It was assimilation. ASSIM.
We're still practicing spelling. We don't stop.
Assimilation.
My son. No one expected him to come this far, but he surprised everyone. You watch him again.
Oh, I don't know. Are they running odds on this thing now? Because I got some cash I'd like to lay down on the really, really tall girl with the bulldog underbite. What is she, on stilts?
You do not understand this contest. It is money for scholarship. It is entry into any school in the future.
Yeah, so the winner of this competition can just about choose his university.
Your friend is right.
And it teaches grace under pressure, poise, dignity.
All things you can get at a hot dog eating competition. Plus,
Hot dogs.
still studying, huh?
Just want to be a kid.
She loves it. Won't put that thing down.
Well, kudos on the childbearing. Let me know how the therapy goes.
Huh?
We're going to keep rolling because of the exceptional
Let me know
request
how-
by Alvin Kavanaugh, a behind-the-scenes guide, to give a press conference.
Why is
here
the
at
other
stage
announcer back
of
here
the
just
competition.
leaning?
What's that all about?
Well, I mean, this could be something big, but I mean, this year's competition just peppered with controversy.
Certainly has. Well, he's been watching from a private...
Unhealthy guy, has heart attack, falls over railing. Case closed. Certainly not declaring it a crime scene. Fine. You can introduce me to the press.
Okay. Just be sensitive.
How about we don't sell the seat the guy landed on?
Can I help you?
Has anyone come out of there?
Just the cops. I've been here the whole time.
Did you hear anything from them?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Sean Spencer. I'm a psychic with the police department.
Sorry, Mr. Spencer.
Not bad. It's like the Park Hyatt for poodles. Will you call Jack Sickland? What is this?
Your results. An agreement. This is a derivative of methylparathione. High-grade stuff. Whatever you're into, I want you to get out quick. I'm not kidding.
Wait a second. How did you get this so quickly?
Oh, Sickland's a part of my poker game.
So you didn't even have to call him?
That game was at his house.
You had this for like 2 days now?
And I did all of that? For nothing?
For nothing? Sean, you've never completed a thing in your life. Now you have.
Poisoned?
I feel somebody poisoned his food. There is a styrofoam container, yes, and a happiness is a golden poem. What?
Chief. Mr. Kavanaugh was going to make an announcement. What about that?
The director said he'd recently spoke of retiring.
That's not what he was going to say.
Oh, you know?
I know.
Mr. Spencer, I asked you to check in about the inhaler incident. If you or your partner have anything about that, I'd be happy to hear about it. Otherwise...
Gotta get back into the Spellmaster's room.
You serious?
Because the killer was there. There's gotta be some other piece of evidence inside.
We're not going to have time to get in
There's
there.
always evidence left.
Besides, it's locked.
We'll make it work. Oh, how hard is it to get into this event without a ticket?
Impossible.
The new Spellmaster. Check it out. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
You can't do that to him.
Gus, he has to learn sometime that smoking is bad for him.
Bye.
Take care.
We're picking it up as a new round commences. A lot of excitement in the air. The tension is becoming butteracious, bud.
I'm so sorry if my agonizing pain is inconveniencing you. What's this?
It's a mark on the carpet. Let's go. Someone must have heard that.
30 seconds, live to air. Positions, please.
Time's up, Sean. Did you hear me, Sean?
Yeah, I heard you.
That can't be right.
It doesn't need anything, Sean. Let's go.
Broadcast in 5, 4, 3, 2,
they got the guy outside.
Yeah, something's wrong since security.
So they left the guy outside. The spellmaster.
Sorry for the delay.
Give me a word.
A word?
Yeah, something hard, but something you can spell.
I can spell anything.
Except adjournamento.
No, I mean, of course she should be spelling now.
Need a word so we can get out of here. We're so close.
Is everything okay up there?
It's fine.
Banana.
Can you repeat that?
Yes. Banana.
Banana show? This is the third round. You could have helped me. This is the dance show. We're walking. Let's go.
Definition, please.
A yellow fruit. Also, a kind of pudding. A delicious pudding.
Sentence, please.
Anna Banana would like to hear Venus by Bananarama. Banana.
B-A-N-A-N-A, banana.
As a cheater, he was going to disqualify Yuri, and you knew it, and you couldn't let that happen. You had way too much to lose. You slipped into the box. You knew his comfort was food. He was dangerously unhealthy.
Damn Russians. Poison.
Oh. He's starting to go into shock. You knew he wouldn't stop the bee. He never stops the bee. By the end of the round, it was too late. Too busy to walk. He's stuck.
He's such a dramatic right now.
That was stop the bee.
He tumbles over the rail. Crashes. The chairs below. And there goes the evidence. Except for one thing. That inhaler.
It sends electronic signals. The transmitter is in your jacket. You sent the signals from the audience to the stage. And I bet at your home, we'll find the van that ran me off the road when I alerted the police. Dangerous.
That might be a little far-fetched. The van.
You don't need it. I took your advice. I ran the Chinese food through the lab. Nothing's definite. I'm sorry. He just seemed sure I took a shot.
I'll take it from here.
Could have won that thing.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, banana, onion.
Thank the Lord he did.
What was that supposed to mean?
Gus. Guy who wins, saddled forever is, you know, the dude that won the spelling bee.
Oh my god, he didn't want him to win, right?
I'm sure you would have dealt with it later, but kids, high school kids especially, they're just ruthless, judgmental, horrible little bastards. And you wouldn't have been able to date a cheerleader. They wouldn't have invited you to any parties. You've been the object of ridicule. I mean, this way you got to be a smart kid and a cool kid. Best of both worlds.
That's true. I appreciate that, Sean.
Yeah, it's a nice balance. That's why I had to give you the wrong letter.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that was wrong?
Oh, come on, Gus. Aggiornamento? Everybody knew it was an I. All right, you hold on. You were happy 1 second ago.
I was about to win. I studied for 3 months.
And you would have kept studying forever and ever, all the way till nationals. But you're upset now, I can see that. But you'll be fine with it later.
You know what that did to me?
Yes, I do. We went out the next night, and you were so flustered that you threw caution to the wind, and you hooked up with Melinda Castleberg. It was nice. Come here, Sean. Come here.
He should have just left it at that. He should have told her that he...
Ah, Sean, what a coincidence. Yeah, I was just reading the newspaper, a little article that sounded very familiar about a spelling bee.
Thanks for the help, Dad.
Police ever get bad evidence?
Yeah, a funny little bird tipped him off.
Are you doing better?
It's getting there. Doesn't hurt so bad. Listen, Dad. The thing about
watching that, you know, you just got to get acclimated to what's going on there. Again, though, I do love the fact that, yeah, he's not really a psychic, but he has the power of deduction, like Sherlock does, and that's what gives him the ability to make these predictions as if he was a psychic, and I love it. Now, what's funny about it is how he plays it up so dramatically at the end just to get people to go on there. And then his homeboy, yeah, I mean, his homeboy is going to come through with the other help of the biological stuff and the chemicals and stuff like that. And they both together become really, really good. I hope they get a little bit more respect moving forward in the precinct and everything with these things going on. Because right now they're just pretty much outcasts and side jokes to things, except for the chief. The chief kind of like, you know, 50-50 with them. So I just hope that maybe they can get a little bit more serious in there, maybe some more serious things start happening, and then we'll really be getting up into it. Maybe. I don't know. But right now, I'm liking the dynamic with the two friends, and I do like where it could go potentially. So I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, I agree. I also totally agree that it is a step up from the pilot episode. I can see, like, it's a little bit more grounded for me this episode. And I mean, yeah, you can see right off the hand that Gus and Sean's relationship is going to be probably the highlight of the show, like easily. But I will say too, I really like, and I don't know if it continues this way, but I do like the involvement of Sean's dad. I feel like that adds another layer of like growth potential there too. And honestly, my favorite part of this episode was Sean getting his dad back with the dog. So like, I don't know, I really like their dynamic. I like the fact, I like that dynamic a lot, and I'm curious to see how that plays out. But I think as far as like the footing of what the chemistry or like the setup for the, you know, the crimes, the investigations, I think that's still a little bit shaky for me. I'm not fully acclimated to like what their role is, how they're received. It was a little off-putting to have the girl, which you guys mentioned, but the girl in the pilot episode not be in this episode. It was just like, we don't even explain her, she's just gone. I guess she's replaced by this other chick. So yeah, I think because of those things and because it isn't completely stabilized yet, and there's already a huge shift, in my opinion, from the pilot episode, it would take at least another episode for us to feel like it's fully grounded.
Something like that.
Yeah, but I see that it's, I see the potential there and definitely interested in seeing where it goes from this point forward.
Yeah. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another EP sponsor reaction for Psych Season 1, Episode number 2. And until next time, people.